Hey guys, it's Ash. Today I'm going to share a pretty sweet raid that I've done earlier, utilizing the Archer Queen with healers and Lavaloon to 3-star a maxed out defense Town Hall 10 base. But first I want to announce that Altar of War is back. I had to close it for a while because of how hard it was managing it while I've been really busy lately, and because we didn't have enough members participating. But it's back, and I'm hoping to get a lot of you serious war folks to join. At the moment we have a lot of Town Hall 10s from our farming clans with level 40 heroes, so we're not really looking for any more Town Hall 10s. We would require that you have at least a total hero level of 60 for Town Hall 10s, but we're really in need of more Town Hall 9s and Town Hall 8s. Other than requiring that you have both your heroes for war, we also require that you have experience at 3-starring opposing Town Hall 9s if you're a Town Hall 9 player, or 3-starring opposing Town Hall 8s if you're a Town Hall 8 player. And if you can do that, then we would be very happy to have you. Now back to this attack that I've been practicing since yesterday. I recently just got level 3 healers, and my healer is going to level 4 now. So I thought I'd get into practicing some Archer Queen walk 3-star attacks, because mastering it is gonna be very critical against many bases in wars. So the attack I'll be sharing is an attack against a base that I designed myself. So I had an advantage there because I didn't have to think too much on planning out my attack or how and where I would place my troops and spells, because I knew where everything was. Otherwise, this would be a very difficult and risky attack for 3-starring high level Town Hall 10s, especially on multiplayer online, because unlike in war, you're only given 30 seconds to plan out your attack. And not only that, this attack isn't very friendly in terms of time because of just how much time your Archer Queen and Barbarian spend on removing key defenses such as air defenses. It's also a very base specific attack. You can't use this attack against most bases. It only attacks against certain bases. For example, it works great on this base because of where the air defenses were positioned, as they were quite exposed. And I'll get into more detail about how to properly use this strategy right after this replay. So to start off, when planning this attack, the first thing I look at are the positions of the Infernal Towers and the Air Sweepers, because usually the best direction to attack a base, if it has multi-Infernals, is to attack it from the side, where you would only need to focus on one Inferno at a time. Thankfully, both of this guy's Infernos were set to single, so I didn't have to worry too much about that. So if I were to attack this base, if it had both multi-Infernals, I would either attack it from the left side or the right side. That way I would only have to focus on one Inferno at a time. You also want to prevent your Archer Queen from getting targeted by Inferno Towers, because Infernos nullify the effects of heal from your healers, so always keep a distance away from the Inferno Towers with your Archer Queen. And that is why I deployed my Archer Queen on top right here, to avoid the Infernal Towers. Now, the next important thing to note is how you will deploy your Lava Hounds and Balloons. The angle of your deployment is very important, so you must plan ahead of time. Usually the key to this attack is to remove at least 2 air defenses first, And now I've chosen to remove the top right air defense and the bottom right air defense because that way I can send in my lava hounds from the left with the loons and attack comfortably and make my way towards the right side of the base. Even though the top two air defenses look very easy to remove, it would be a bad idea to remove those two, because then you would have air defenses on two far sides of the base, on the far left and far right side of the base, which means that if you were to send out your hounds on the left and destroy the air defense, then your hound would travel all the way towards the other side of the base, and that would unprotect your loons. It would also not be a good idea to attack from the bottom, because both the air sweepers are pointing south and you will have to worry about 2 level 8 wizard towers and the infernos. So yeah, really don't want to attack from the south either. You want to plan your attack from either the left or right side, and that's why angling the angle of your deployment is very important. It's also very important for this attack to keep your Archer Queen alive for most of the raid. If you can do that, then the chances of 3-starring is very likely. You can find that your Archer Queen, if you find that your Archer Queen is losing health quickly, then use a rage spell on both your Archer Queen and the healers. It's very important to rage the healers, as they will quickly bring back your Archer Queen back to life. You can see how my Archer Queen was getting targeted badly here, so I quickly used their ability and raged the healers. I did this while simultaneously deploying my loons and the haste spells, so this does require a lot of skill in terms of being aware of what's going on at all times during the raid. I know I failed a lot because of this at first, because I was unable to multitask my Archer Queen with the deployment of Lavaloon, but with lots of practice, you'll get better. Always angle your hounds to cover as much ground as possible to trigger all the possible air bombs and distract as many defenses, especially wizard towers. Deploy 3 to 4 balloons per defense and always spread them around. Always avoid grouping all your loons in one place, and use your haste spell to propel the far-sided balloons. Like here, I'm using a haste spell right there on those group of balloons, and here on these group of balloons here. Those balloons are going to take out the cannon. So what this does is that this allows the balloons to then focus on moving towards the midsection, as the defenses on the midsection, as you can see, that air sweeper and that archer tower are placed right there, so that the balloons right afterwards go towards that midsection, and then they will travel towards the core in a large group. And that's how you get a large group of balloons to travel towards the core, and it's extremely important that you know how to do that. Lastly, you must know how to properly use your spells. Always place your haste and rage spells on as many defenses as possible for loons to quickly remove, especially air defenses, wizard towers, or multi-infernals. Those are the key threats to this attack. When using your free spell, if wizard tower is next to an infernal tower, or if the infernal tower is next to air defenses, then those are the defenses you should freeze. Also, if multi-infernos are next to expos and hidden Teslas, but you can only freeze either a hidden Tesla or a expo, then always freeze the hidden Teslas, because they're more powerful and dangerous than expos. Hidden Teslas are also more dangerous than single target infernos for balloons. Multi-infernos with Teslas next to them is an extremely deadly combo against balloons, so you should always keep them frozen. So that will be it. Hopefully you guys learned a lot and liked this attack. If you did, and if you want to see more of these war-based attack videos, then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't as well. I'll see you guys again soon. Later.